3 weeks ago, you opened a bank account using a name that isn't yours. Tonight, something strange happens. At exactly 2:17 a.m., a wire transfer appears. $72,400. You didn't earn it. You didn't expect it. 11 minutes later, the money is gone again. 3 continents, 2 shell companies, no trace. Your phone vibrates. A message appears. Good. Do it again tomorrow. And that's the moment you realize something terrifying. You didn't just move money. You just entered the system that creates shadow billionaires. Level 1, the errand boy. At the beginning, you're nobody, just a disposable piece in a very large machine. Your job is simple. Open bank accounts, sign documents, move money, never ask questions. The first transfer earns you $3,000. Easy money. At least that's what you tell yourself. Soon you're opening companies in places you've never visited. Delaware, Singapore, Panama. Each company owns another company. Each account connects to another account. And every day the numbers get bigger. $80,000, $450,000, $1.2 million. You're not rich, but you're starting to see the system. And the system has only one rule. Money isn't the product. Anonymity is. Then one day, one of the other errand boys disappears. His accounts get reassigned. His email stops working. Nobody asks where he went. That's when you realize something important. The system doesn't protect beginners, it tests them. And somehow you pass. Level 2, the cleaner. At 2:13 a.m., your phone rings. A bank in Zurich just froze $4.8 million tied to one of your entities. Compliance flagged suspicious activity. You have 6 hours before regulators escalate. Level 2 means you stop moving money. Now you fix mistakes. You work with lawyers, accountants, and risk consultants who never reveal their real names. Together, you create a story, a consulting agreement, a logistics contract, a cross-border advisory deal. By morning, the $4.8 million no longer looks suspicious. It looks legitimate. The freeze disappears. You earn $25,000 for saving the operation. And you learn the second rule: documentation beats suspicion. Level 3, the architect. Eventually something changes. Clients stop giving instructions. They start asking for strategies. A tech founder needs to hide $18 million before a public acquisition. A mining executive wants to protect his equity before a political coup. Now you don't just move money. You design systems, shell companies, trusts, private funds, 6 layers deep. Money flows in circles that regulators can't easily follow. You charge $400,000 for a single structure. And you learn the third rule: control the architecture, control the risk. You're still invisible, but you're no longer replaceable. Level 4, the gatekeeper. One day, a hedge fund manager calls you. He wants speed, you want safety. You say no, he tries another route. Authorities freeze $11 million of his assets. 2 weeks later, he calls you again. This time, he waits. Level 4 means something new. You choose who gets protection. Clients start competing for access. Your income crosses 8 figures, but your life becomes smaller. You stop explaining your work to friends. You answer family questions vaguely. And you start noticing cameras in public places, because valuable things attract attention. Level 5, the invisible partner. At some point, you stop charging fees. Instead, you take equity. 3% of a startup, 5% of a mining company, small percentages that nobody notices, but they grow. Quietly, your net worth crosses $300 million. No magazine writes about you. No billionaire list includes you. That's intentional. You've learned the 5th rule: ownership beats service. Your name still appears nowhere, but your shadow stretches across industries. Level 6, the kingmaker. Now the requests become stranger. An election campaign suddenly needs funding. A media company must change ownership. A rival CEO needs pressure applied. You don't do these things directly. You just move pieces. Dark money through non-profits, strategic investments, information purchased from private intelligence firms, and markets move. Your portfolio gains $47 million in 2 weeks. That's when you learn the 6th rule: information is the ultimate currency. Level 7, the ghost. Eventually, you disappear. Officially, your legal identities dissolve into trusts, your passports change, your companies operate without your name attached anywhere, your wealth crosses $2 billion, and no one knows who you are. The system now runs almost automatically. Money flows through networks you built years ago, but something strange happens. The more power you gain, the less visible you become. That's the 7th rule. Power reduces visibility. Level 8, the shadow billionaire. Now you sit in a quiet room. 3 monitors glow in front of you. Global markets, political risk dashboards, asset networks across continents. Your wealth moves 90 million in a single afternoon. You barely react. Because level 8 is different. It's quiet. You don't chase opportunities anymore. Opportunities orbit you, but you also realize something uncomfortable. You don't control the system. You're trapped inside it. If you disappear, markets react, governments investigate, rivals move in. The architecture you built requires you to exist. And one evening, a message arrives. Candidate ready. A 23-year-old with clean credit history, no public footprint, willing to open bank accounts for small payments. You approve the onboarding. $3,000 per transaction. Somewhere tonight, in a rented apartment that smells like fresh paint and cheap disinfectant, a young man watches $72,400 appear in his account. He thinks he's moving money. He thinks he's earning fast cash. He doesn't see the system yet, but you do, and the machine keeps running.